Why would that question upset you? You seem upset by it, are you?
I think you.
And I'm not trying to upset you.
Well, you are upsetting me because the way you're phrasing the questions, I think, is not cogent.
So you said if they kill the company, it's them. But doesn't the buck stop with you? I mean, you're
Don, I have to say, choose your question carefully. There's 5 minutes left. How many times was hate content viewed on our platform? It is down substantially.
Yeah. Well, that's not was what the study shows. And you said you like transparency. I'm going to show you this. And
Don, you can get a study that will tell you whatever you want.
Elon Musk is making waves again, taking on outspoken journalists like it's a Twitter showdown. His latest clash? Former CNN anchor Don Lemon. Things started off friendly, but once Musk saw Lemon as the face of what he calls woke culture, the gloves came off. Musk didn't hold back, delivering sharp comebacks that set social media on fire. So, what exactly did he say to spark all the drama? Stick around. This one's heating up.
Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
You don't care?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't think people should care what the media thinks about them. They're terrible judges of character.
Elon Musk and Don Lemon weren't exactly best friends, but they did have a business deal in the works. The idea? Lemon would host a show on Twitter, a move that seemed like a win-win for both. Smooth sailing, right? Not quite. Before locking in the multi-million-dollar deal, Musk wanted to put Lemon to the test. He invited him to Tesla's headquarters in Texas for an interview, and let's just say it didn't go well. According to Musk, Lemon didn't just miss the mark. He completely bombed. Here's how it all went down.
You recently met with Donald Trump in Florida. What did you guys talk about?
I was at a dinner. I was not done. I was at a breakfast at a friend's place, and Donald Trump came by. That's it.
So you didn't go there to meet him?
No, I went to a friend of mine's house, and it said Donald Trump's coming by for breakfast. Is that just so you know? Like, okay, fine.
Did you catch that? Don Lemon confidently claimed that Elon Musk had met with Donald Trump, only for Musk to casually set the record straight. He explained that he was simply visiting a friend's house when Trump happened to show up. Classic Musk, calm, collected, and slightly amused. A sharp journalist would have taken a correction and moved on, but not Lemon. Instead, he pressed the issue, asking Musk if he was sure he didn't go there specifically to meet Trump. Really? Musk had just said it was a coincidence. Yet Lemon kept trying to spin it like a planned sit-down. It felt less like journalism and more like a failed gotcha moment, one that backfired with a very public facepalm. And then came the most ridiculous question yet.
Do you think if you moderated yourself more, if there was better content moderation on the platform, that you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the great replacement theory as it relates to
I don't have to answer these questions.
Great replacement theory as it relates to Jewish people? Do you think that?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
Did Trump ask you for money? That question didn't just surprise Musk. It left just about everyone, even some of Lemon's usual supporters, wondering what he was getting at. I mean, seriously, why would that even matter? It was clear what Lemon was trying to do. This wasn't just fishing. It was a full-on deep-sea expedition to get Musk to spill something juicy about his brief run-in with Trump. But Musk didn't bite. Instead, he shut it down, leaving Lemon scrambling like a reporter trying to turn a non-story into a headline. But here's where things got even more interesting.
Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
You don't care?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't think people should care what the media thinks about them. They're terrible judges of character.
At this point, Musk had clearly run out of patience with Don Lemon's loaded questions. So he shut it down hard, completely dismantling Lemon's angle and probably bruising his ego in the process. Let's be real. Musk didn't have to do this interview. The only reason he entertained it was as a courtesy, given their potential deal for Lemon to host a show on Twitter. But when the conversation turned into a series of gotcha questions, Musk stopped playing along. Courtesy only goes so far when the other person is just digging themselves into a hole. Realizing his tactics weren't working, Lemon tried a different approach, attempting to guilt Musk into answering with this next question.
You recently called content moderation, though, a digital chastity belt. Do you think that you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform?
I think we have a responsibility to adhere to the law, and we have a responsibility to be transparent about when things are shown, why they're shown. That's why we open source our algorithm. I think once you start going beyond the law, now you're putting your thumb on the scale.
Elon Musk dropped another truth bomb, and Don Lemon had nowhere to hide. Musk didn't just make a point. He completely dismantled the media's ability to judge character, calling out their shallow, one-sided takes on both himself and Donald Trump. His words didn't just highlight media bias. They expose how oversimplified and performative the woke narrative can be. No fluff, no spin, just blunt, unapologetic truth that left no room for the usual moral grandstanding. It was a complete shutdown, reducing Lemon's arguments to little more than empty noise. But Musk wasn't done yet. He had one final mic drop moment up his sleeve.
It doesn't concern you that hate speech has gone. Research shows that it's gone up on the platform since you took over. That's not concerning to you?
I believe that is false. In fact, the research that I've seen says it went down.
The study from the Institute of Strategic Dialogue found that anti-Semitic tweets doubled from June 22 to February 2023. One study reported that as many as 86% of the posts reported for hateful content remained up after being reported. Hate speech on the platform.
Musk has no interest in becoming the very thing he opposes. While the so-called woke mob is known for bending or even breaking the rules to push its agenda, Musk plays by a different set of principles. He believes in the rule of law and, more importantly, in protecting free speech, even when it's inconvenient or unpopular. He understands that the moment you start using your opponent's tactics, you've already lost. This unwavering stance frustrates critics who rely on double standards. But for Musk, defending free speech isn't just a right. It's a responsibility. He's willing to take the heat for it. But Don Lemon wasn't ready to back down. Determined to land a blow, he went straight for the jugular.
So what they will typically do is they will count the number of posts, but not count the number of views. So what matters is, was that post given high visibility, or what did like one person see it? And if you look at the number of views of how many times was hate content viewed on our platform, it is down substantially.
Yeah. Well, that's not was what the study shows. And you said you like transparency. I'm going to show you this. And
Don, you can get a study that will tell you whatever you want.
Don Lemon made one last attempt to trap Elon Musk, bringing up the overused hate speech on Twitter argument. It's the go-to move for critics trying to take Musk down, a tired narrative that feels straight out of a journalist's playbook. You could almost see Musk internally rolling his eyes, checking off yet another predictable question on his mental bingo card. Honestly, the fact that Musk didn't just walk out deserves credit. But staying true to form, he calmly and methodically dismantled Lemon's weak accusations with the precision of a chess master. If this exchange were a game, Musk would be scoring touchdowns while Lemon fumbled near the goal line. In the end, Lemon's tactics backfired spectacularly. From failing Musk's so-called woke test to turning around and suing Twitter for millions, his approach felt more like a dramatic performance than an effective strategy. Meanwhile, Musk remained unfazed, effortlessly shutting down bad arguments and reminding everyone why he's a billionaire innovator. And with that, we wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.